Hi guys, this video is about students who are having trouble saving their files. Sometimes you'll run across situations where the font that you wanted to save as a PDF won't save as a PDF, and or whenever you look at the PDF, which you definitely need to do after you save a PDF, the font literally isn't there. I want to talk to you about what to do in that situation. And first off, let me clarify that sometimes there's nothing you can do. I've got two fonts, and this is me making a video after grading the what is the week 3 assignment during a 16-week semester, and seeing that some students have problems saving stuff. And I actually use the same fonts that they did, and I'm experiencing the same problem. So this can happen to you. This happens a lot more often when you're using those free font websites. So Loud and Clear is a font that literally, or Loud and Clear, it's like I spelled that wrong, that literally won't save. Watch this. I'll go to File, Adobe PDF Presets, which is how we save things, and smallest file size. And I'm going to save on top of this guy. Choose smallest file size, which is the standard way we do things, and it tells me there's problems here. So if you see a problem like this, if it pops up, don't just press OK, read it. It says here, Loud and Clear personal use. This font could not be embedded due to licensing restrictions in the font. So what you would normally do, and a lot of students don't, or at least in my experience so far in this class, they literally just ignore this and press OK and don't look at their PDF and submit it and get a bad grade. Don't let that happen to you. On the other side, what's happened, take a look at this. I have two monitors, but now you can see. On my end, for a minute there you saw the incorrect font, and now you're seeing the correct font. So my point is now lost. On my end, sometimes I can't see these things. So it can affect the student's grade. So both these actually didn't translate when I was grading this week. And on the student's end, I'm not sure what they're seeing. But if you run up against an error like that, don't think I may or may not be able to see what you see on my end. The truth is, you should just pick out a different font. So if you ever see that error, don't use that font. Now, if you're like, I love this font, it took me a long time to get a hold of it, here's what you do. You see how right there for Loud and Clear and Cheap Stealer, they're not showing up? It may not show up at all whenever I go to look at that through my Blackboard editor when I'm going to grade. So in that case, if you're insistent on using that particular font, then what you need to do is use the snipping tool. So get the snipping tool, just type in snipping if you're in Windows. If you're on a Mac, then find a way, because screen capturing is old as the hills. I'm sure you can do it on a Mac as well. I've learned before, but I'm not on a Mac right now, so I can't demonstrate. But just click New, select the font. Select it better than I just did, actually. Just select the entire thing. Look at me, I'm such a loser. Let me do this again. Okay, there we go. Then copy it, and then paste it, and literally just have it as an image. And if you ever do something like that, just to let me know just let me know that you did it. So write something in there and say, I really wanted you to see this. If you know there's an issue, then don't send me an email about it. Just write it in your submission and make sure and do a screenshot. Screenshots can show me the problems that you're having, and I can make videos like this if necessary, and I can accommodate you. But if you just submit it without describing any of your problems, that's going to be a problem. But at this point, I can take this guy and I can just literally, if I wanted to use it, I could just delete it, and there you have it. I didn't have I legally wasn't able to embed it within the PDF. And all this legal stuff is for situations where you're making money off this. You know, if you were hired to make something from a client and that client's making money off of your advertising, then technically they could sue you. But don't worry about that while you're in school for these little assignments. You're not going to get in trouble from anybody. There's no legal precedence to say that you're stealing it and benefiting from it in some way. You're simply using it for a homework assignment. If you do anything beyond that, that's on you. But you can use pretty much whatever you want for homework assignments. So that's a description of some problems that students are having. If you want to add, if I do want to add this actually, if you want to or feel like you need to, you can always add an extra page. Just open up the Pages panel and you can pop the JPEGs on there or a description on there. Maybe you don't want to type it up. Maybe you prefer to write it up. Just add an extra page. And by the way, always check and make sure that there isn't a second page already. You always want to scroll through your homework assignment. All right, so those are some common issues, some problems that students have sometimes with fonts. And hopefully that prevents you from having problems in the future. And if you do have a problem and you insist on using that particular font, now you know a solution, which is snipping so that I can see what you see. All right, thanks for listening.